Good evening and welcome to another live stream from a home in Italy. Have you noticed how we've been doing it every Wednesday? I've not been cancelling anything. We've been really good. Have you noticed that? Has it been unnoticed? I don't think it has. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing really well. Please write in the chat box. Let me know there's somebody out there and I'm not just talking to a lens. Right away, tell us where you are in the world and we'll tell you what's happening tonight. Because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's called Buyers Beware. There was a beep that just happened behind me just before that. I was hoping for a little bit more of a scarier tone. Have we got any scary type thing? You know, when I say buyers beware, you want like a horror movie type thing. Have we got anything? No, let's forget that one. Anyway, tonight's live stream is called Buyers Beware. I don't usually like to do the depressive one. You know, the ones that you usually find lots of lawyers do, where they say, "Don't do it on your own. It's a nightmare. Come and use us. We'll hold your hand all the way through because it's horrendous. It's this. It's that. It's the other." And we started doing these live streams because of that, because I wanted to tell people that it's not a nightmare, and it is straightforward, if you want to say, as long as you're using the right people. It's just we've had a few people using our Lean on Me services, which is where we help people buy either with other agents or maybe they've found a property privately, and we help people get that across the line. And there's been a few come in recently and a few inquiries coming in recently. There's a few people that's going along and using the service that a few things have crept back in again, so I feel like we need to rein everybody back in and just put a hold on everything. So we're gonna have a little bit of a depressive type of, you know, one of those really miserable and you know, yeah, that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But we'll throw a little bit of humor in as well, because we've got tonight. What have we got? We've got Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. We've also got stunning photo of the week, and then we have buyers beware. Did you cut that off, Tom? Oh, he's pressing the buttons as well now. Tony, the producer, everybody's going to be coming on shortly as well to start the tongue twisting trials. Let's do a few notices before we get on to that. So as I say, we're going to have you can throw a few questions as well tonight if you feel like doing that, because we're going to be talking a little bit about everything. Just a few things for you to just to watch out for. So let's quickly talk about the tours. We have the tour coming up next week. Can't wait for that. Anybody that's watching that's on the tour, because people have been a few people have been emailing me saying, have I missed the WhatsApp group? You haven't missed the WhatsApp group. I was hoping to do it earlier this week, but there's a few people that still not responded to the emails. If you've not had any emails from me, there's 3 people that's not responded. Then please look at your emails, look in spam, look in all the other parts, and get back to us as soon as you can, just so we can get this WhatsApp group set up. If I don't hear from them by Friday, it will be by Friday afternoon, the WhatsApp group will be set up and live, and we can all start chatting as it all kicks off next week. But there are 2 spaces left. So if anybody wants to join us next week, maybe you're in the area, then please let us know. These tours are fantastic. I show people all the time. We take groups around. As you can see, we have a lot of fun. We eat together. It's just great fun. We take you around in our buses. We go to various different places. This is Raiano, just outside of Raiano. This is Prezza, where we make people walk uphill for about 3 hours just to then get ready for lunch. No, I'm only joking. But we get to see some fantastic properties, fantastic scenery, and it's great traveling around in a bit of a group as well, especially if you're not sure what you're going to do, you're not sure what kind of house, you don't know if you're going to move here, you don't know. Just come and join one of the tours. It's a fantastic way of getting around and also meeting other people as well. So they are, I said, we've got 2 spaces left for the September one, which is next week. Then on the 23rd and 24th, we've also got 2 spaces left. That's in October. Then if you go onto our website, which is the info, go onto the website, which is, what's our website? I can't remember. www.ahomeinitaly.com. Some people just write home in it, and that sends you to somebody that rents or does something. I don't know what they do, but something in the north of Italy. That's not us. You need to put homeinitaly.com. So the tour dates for next year are 26th and 27th of March, 23rd and 24th of April, 28th and 29th of May. So they're all available to book now. If you go onto the website, click on tours, you get more information, and then you can book direct on there as well. I said, just a fantastic way to get to know the area. So yeah, come and join us. Come and join us, especially if you're here next week as well. Come and jump last minute on the September tour. That should be a fantastic one. Other notices. What else did I want to say? Oh yes, obviously rental. I put a rental property on a couple of weeks ago. Anybody that is looking for rentals, do please get in touch. info@homeinitaly.com, and we can let you know if there are rentals available. We are going to try and pick up more rentals and put them on the channel. So we got a really good response from the last one. And I would like to try and get more rentals. I've been asking around. Domenico's found a few, so hopefully going to be doing some more videos from this. Lorraine, ciao from Texas, bought in Raiano and Palombaro. Very happy traveler, thanks to a home in Italy. Great to hear from you, Lorraine. Absolutely fantastic. And she's coming out to her new pad in Palombaro as well. Really, I think it's soon, isn't it, Lorraine? When you're coming out, I think September, October time. Anyway, so yes, if you are interested in rentals, we will be adding more to the channel as soon as possible. And also, you should have noticed, because tonight, or about 2 hours ago, I think it was 5 o'clock when we do it, we also put a property on YouTube for a Wednesday, a midweek special, we're calling it. So our Saturday videos are not going to change. The midweek specials are usually going to be agents' properties, and you'll find out more about them when we release the first ones, or things like the rentals, or things like the swimming pool update that we're having done at our place, which we're going to give you an update in about 2 weeks. So Wednesday is going to be used for that kind of video. But I had an extra video that I couldn't use this Saturday, so I just thought I'd put that out. So take a look at that. Make sure you put it in. Click that, you know, the little bell that's on YouTube. Apparently, you've got to click that so you get notifications, and it will tell you every time we upload something from there. We've got Lindy Lou. I think I know this is. Hi, Dave and Tony. Happy homeowner here. Got the keys for Vittorito. Thanks so much to you, Silvana. Don't forget about Tony, Domenico, and Sylvia. Back in Dublin now, but I'll be back soon. So absolutely. In fact, Lindy, you need to come on and be a meet the home buyer. That would be fantastic. We can introduce the Irish accent to those of you who have never heard a proper good old Dublin accent. And a big shout out to our in-laws that are here at the moment, to Paul and Silvana, who are waiting for me to finish this show to go to a barbecue just down the road at my in-laws' house, or outlaws as I like to call them, and they're over from Dublin as well. So that should be tomorrow. I'm not sure how I'm going to be feeling, but we'll see. Another thing, Patreon, as usual. I've mentioned Patreon a few times to you before. Sorry, are they long-time rentals and are they long-term? We are going to be putting long rentals, and as in if you want to have it for 12 months, but also we're going to be getting short-term rentals as well. The one that we did the other week does a mixture of both. The great thing is what we're trying to do is get people that are willing to rent it for 12 months, so people can get their elective residency visas that we can also help with as well. Patreon, just quickly going back to that, with the new forum, we've already started integrating it into the website, which is being worked on at the moment. So hopefully the beginning of October, that's going to be ready for Patreon members. We hope there's already chat rooms within Patreon, but the forum is going to be a great place to be. And also there's going to be a cheaper tier. At the moment, it's €14 per month. To have the forum, to have early access to all the videos and that kind of thing, and also a chat box, and it will also include the new forum. But we're going to have a tier just below that. I think it's going to be somewhere around €9-10 a month for people that want to join the forum. That's going to be fantastic. Really looking forward to that coming on. And somebody wrote on the last, and it wasn't a nasty comment, but somebody wrote on the last video that they felt that €14 per month for a Patreon for a small YouTuber seemed to be a little bit much, especially when eventually you're going to get people will get it free of charge on YouTube anyway. And I did usually I don't put sort of lengthy responses, and the person was very nice. He wasn't being nasty at all. He just making his views felt. But it's really important. I thought it was quite a good thing for him to say, for me to sort of address that, because I'm not a YouTuber. I like to say I'm a YouTuber. I say I'm a YouTuber to my kids because, you know, it just sounds cool, doesn't it, for them to tell their friends? But we're not. I'm not a YouTuber. We have a YouTube channel, and obviously it's a great channel, and we're so happy for all the support and all the rest of it. But this is all about getting you guys into properties. The way YouTube took off was sort of just an extra, if you like, from this. It just happened, and it's been a fantastic thing. The idea behind Patreon is to go back to sort of the finding the people that are ready to buy now. Obviously, when we get properties that have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 views, we do know that probably 99 point something % of those people are looking at for entertainment, which is fantastic. That's what the channel's about, and it gets the numbers out there. And what we look for on Patreon is that small percentage that are saying, yeah, we love all the videos, Dave, that's all fantastic, but we need to get into a house. We're ready to buy. And the Patreon gives everybody early access and all that type of thing to videos, also exclusive content, and it will also include the forum as well. John's saying it was a good response from you, Dave. Thank you, John. As I say, the guy didn't say it nastily at all, but I really felt that it should be. We're not doing this just as YouTubers and let's get more views. Obviously, the channel helps a massive amount, and the vast majority of things that we do are remote sales, and that's where that's come in handy. But yeah, it's something that I needed to get across there, that Patreon is a completely different thing, and it's for those serious about buying a property, whether it's now, 6 months, next year, whenever it is. So check Patreon out and have a look and see if you think it could be something for you. Okay, Lorraine saying, I think the monthly fee is worth it for what we get. It will evolve and become more useful as a tool for us to all communicate. And thank you very much, Lorraine, for your support. And people like Lorraine and many others that have already bought that are still on Patreon is amazing support. And that's why we wanted to put in the forum there. So if people didn't want the early access because they've already bought a property, they can still use the forum. And the idea behind the forum is there's going to be a few businesses on there that are going to offer our clients something back. So, you know, it may cost €9-10 a month, wherever it's going to be. But the idea is the suppliers, we're going to have window supply. We're not going to have loads of adverts on there. That's not what it's about. It's about people to talk. And then I will be throwing a few things out there to say, been to this restaurant. These people have said, if any of our clients go, they will get a free whatever or a discount, whatever. And that's what it's all going to be. John, I got the ERV in my passport after a 10-hour drive to Detroit. Dave, that is one of our, I'm not sure the state, I'm not sure what you're, John, I don't know if you keyboard, but that is absolutely fantastic, fantastic news. I'm so happy for you, John. And that's from Detroit, so they're handing the visa out, and that's 3 or 4 people that I've heard that have been quite successful. So get in there. The idea is, I've been told, is not to apply near to summertime. First of all, Italians that are abroad that work for the embassy, they're still in Italy. So August, nobody likes doing anything. First couple of weeks of September, they're getting over August. July, they're looking forward to August. And then they've got all the students that are applying for visas as well. The best time, I understand, is between now and maybe February, March, and that kind of thing. So that's excellent news on the ERV. Well done, John. Really, really pleased for you. Okay, so what's the next thing? Let's do stunning photo of the week. So let's quickly get this. I didn't realize it was 15 minutes. And this is from John, who has just sent who's just put a message on here as well. He's got a fantastic property in Jessup Arena, and he took this shot, which I'm going to put on now as soon as I find the button. There we go. That's from Jessup Arena looking towards Torricella Peligna. Great photograph, John. Thank you so much. Came to see their little property for the first time a couple of weeks ago. I'm just so sorry I never got to meet him. That's the story of my life, unfortunately. But thank you so much for sending us this photograph. I really, really, really appreciate it. I said that's taken from Jessup Arena, looking out. That's the rock between Jessup Arena and Torricella Peligna, I think it's called. So fantastic shot. Thank you so much, John. Really appreciate it. And just keeping on the theme of people that found things called Benton, which obviously is my surname, and this was all started up by Lewis, who sent me a street name showing. Tony's laughing now. Can you remember this, Tony? You were a bit jealous last week, weren't you? All this, you know, the fact that comes with my surname. I know you were. So I'm just going to carry on that theme just a little bit, because this has been sent in by Bomber Brad.
Oh, not Bomber Brad.
Bomber Brad. There we go. Benton's Smoky Mountain Country Hams. And it's hickory smoked as well.
Hickory smoked.
Yeah, no idea what that means, but there you go. Country bacon.
Yeah, they got that bit right though, didn't they? Benton's country bacon.
The next one I'm a little bit concerned about, and it did make me laugh. Yeah, the next one is a little bit dodgy. This next one, I think. Just remember, anybody who's wondering what on earth we're doing, if you find anything with Benton on it, especially street names, I want it all around the world. We've had lots of different things. Keep it going. It's all part of the fun. But this next one's a bit dodgy, Tom. I'm a little bit. Go on. Are you ready for this? This made me laugh. That Bomber Brad sent. There's no place like Benton.
What's that? Like Loretta Lynn.
I don't know what they're called. These people.
I don't know. I can't read it.
I can't quite read. But this looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? There's no place like Benton. And when Brad sent me this, he actually put, "I always knew you were a ladies' man." So no idea where this place is. But I'm gonna one day I'm gonna have my photograph taken at the side of that sign. That is class. Brad,
at the 3rd Boulevard, and see a little red light. It says Benton.
It definitely looks dodgy, doesn't it? Big star. Brad, thank you so much. You're an absolute star. Thank you for cheering me up. Thank you, John, as well, for sending the stunning photo of the week as well. Really appreciate it. Okay, so we're about to oh god, I forgot. It's that time. Let's quickly get it done and then we can start talking. I don't know how I managed to get 18 minutes into it and we've still not gotten to the subject yet. So it is time for Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. Let's bring Tony back on. Tony,
you don't know you've got 18 minutes in and you've still not started.
I know. Did you hear that?
You don't know why?
No. Well, hurry up then. It's you that's holding it up now. So, for those of you who have no idea what we're doing, this is that very special moment in everybody's week when. Do you mind not talking while I'm talking? The very special moment in everybody's week where they get to hear Tony speaking in Italian. He's going to say the phrase of a film, a famous quote from a film. Then later in the show, Domenico is going to come on and say it in English, and then people can guess what it is. Are you ready, Tone?
As ready as
this has got to be sort of. This is a. I'm going to give people a clue because people were moaning because they said keep saying that I don't do chick flicks, and I do chick flicks every now and then. So this is a chick flick. So you need to be a bit more, a bit sort of not romantic, but a bit that way. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll try.
Go.
Resiste I'll start again. Resiste e non so come. E vorrei tanto saperlo. Forse sei nato impegnato. Non riesco a essere abbastanza negativo. Non riesco a essere abbastanza arrabbiato. E non riesco a essere abbastanza positivo.
That weren't bad, actually, Tom. Not bad for you, that. Not bad.
I can't get my mouth around a lot of it.
I wonder if David Palladino's definitely got that. I'm sure he will have. The sponsor of Tony's tongue twisting trial is David Palladino. He's definitely got it, but don't tell Dave if you have got it. Send me a WhatsApp. And anyway, so we'll bring Tony on later. Thanks, Tom. Sorry,
I should be amazed.
So will I. In fact, no. Rather than send a WhatsApp, David Palladino, if you're out there and you're watching it, then just write yes if you already know where it is. Okay, Tom. We'll see you later. There you go. That's Tony and David and whoever it is, and Domenico's and everybody's tongue twisting, whatever they are. That's back on later as well. Okay, so we better get on to tonight's live show, which is Buyers Beware. So what is all this about? What am I talking about? I'm definitely not looking to scare you. I just want to tell you a few things that you should keep your eye out for. Now, hopefully, most of you are going to be using our services, which will be fantastic. But obviously, we understand that we may not have the properties. Our agents may not have the properties. You may find somewhere. Is this Troy? I'm guessing it's Troy. It is. Under the Abruzos. We're gonna Troy. When you come out, we'll do a film. We'll do a film like that. We'll do something good. It's thrown me off it always does. Throws me off my train of thought. So yeah, hopefully, but we understand that obviously people will use other agents as well, obviously, and people will use other people. So there's a few things, basic things that I want to talk about first. And this is something that I think is really important, is to know who you're working with. And what I mean by that is, obviously, you guys sit and watch this every week, usually watch our videos, you get to know us and everything else. You still don't know me yet, and I know lots of people you feel like you do, and it's really heartwarming when I speak to people and they say, I feel like I know you, because that's fantastic. So then I know that we're doing our job properly, and we're getting our message to people, and our what's the word I'm looking for, the genuine, I can't think, Tony, I'm losing my words. Anyway, how we are, hopefully we come across as genuine people and we do the right thing by people. And that's because we have a young family here. Most people know our kids are now involved in the business. And this is us. This is what we do. We put everything out there. We do these live shows every week. We do things that can easily expose ourselves if somebody wanted to come on and write something and all the rest. I'm not saying we do everything right. We do our best to do everything correct and as it should be, and that's the thing. The difficult thing I think at the moment is there's lots of people, and I've noticed it with a few people that's on the they've been contacting me about the Lean on Me service, that it's so easy to jump on the back of an expat, so pardon the pun, but hence why Brad sent me this. Anyway, it's so easy to jump on the back of an expat, because obviously we speak the same language. Lots of our clients come from the US at the moment. That's just the way it's been since Brexit, and that's fantastic wherever people come from. We speak the same language, different accents, and people feel happier to do things, which is great. That's what we've done this for. The problem is sometimes people will then jump on expats without getting to know who they are and what they're about, because people just get blinded by it. Everybody's excited to buy a home in Italy. I understand that. I've been there and done it. I couldn't wait to get here. I was the one on the computer every single night of the week shouting Silvana, Insight, come and look at this, come and look at this, come and look, printing stuff off. We must have, I don't know how many rainforests we damaged. That hopefully we've gone some way of repairing that. But that was me. I was excited, and I can understand why people get excited. The problem is we automatically jump on the back of expats, and without really, we automatically just presume that everything's going to be fine with them. And it's so easy to check these days whether or not somebody has just moved here and thought, well, this will be good. You know, we could easily do this. We could help take people around. It's all dead easy. Let's do it. Let's try it out. Let's put some adverts on Facebook. Let's do the rest. Now, when you become a business here in Italy, you have to be registered with a partita IVA, unless it's certain types of business. But all the businesses that you're going to be looking at have to be registered having a partita IVA, which is basically a VAT number. And we have to put it on all our publicity. If you go on our website, scroll down to the bottom, you will see my partita IVA, you will see Silvana's partita IVA, you will see Alana's partita IVA, you will very soon see Gianluca's partita IVA. Then you're going to see the estate agents that we work with. You're going to see their registration details, because we don't have to put that on, but what we have to do is put our own on. So we all have to register for, which is basically a VAT number, but there's different, some businesses don't have to charge VAT. So if you do get an invoice and it doesn't have VAT on it, that's not a problem, because you can get there's different tax schemes and all sorts of things. But we all have to have the partita IVA number, and that has to be clearly shown on your website. And to be honest with you, being a registered business, you want to show that to people, because you want to say to people, you know, this is what we do, this is how we can help you, but just so you know, you're covered and you can do this. The problem is we get lots of nice expats that have maybe helped some other people out and everything's gone fine. It all goes fine until it doesn't go fine. And then all of a sudden people disappear. And as genuine as some of these people may seem to be, you've got to be careful. We're not talking about buying, I don't know, a new barbecue or a new whatever. We're talking about buying a house, which can be anything from whether it's 20K or whether it's 20 million. It's a huge investment. And for most people, it's a huge part of their savings, if not all of it. Now, I know some of you may be sat there saying, yes, we know all of this, but lots of people don't. Lots of people don't do that, Chet. They just automatically think, expat, speaks my language, their website's great, they get back to me on time, and I can understand the frustrations when agents don't get back to people and all the rest of it. The expat will, because they're getting it, but what they're not is registered to doing what they're doing. And some of them have fantastic websites as well. I'm not saying they're there to scam you, but you've got zero backup. There's not, and at the end of the day, you're dealing with somebody that's potentially not registered. And it's so important that you find this out. I can't tell you how important it is to find all this out, because you just need to go on the website. There was two that popped up this week, and one in particular that was linked to from a YouTube. I'm not going to say where it was in Italy. It was linked from a YouTube channel. This person was pushing these people as well, and I was interested to see who this person was and clicked on the link. I'm not saying they're not registered. They could be, but I looked down there. I didn't see any address. I didn't see any Partita IVA number, which we all have to do, whether it's business cards, whatever it is. And I only saw a mobile number, and to me, but the site looks great. And that's the thing. All these sites look great. Some of the Italian websites are shocking, so hard to get around. So I can understand why most people who are frustrated, people are not responding to them. The websites are terrible or they're not responsive. All of a sudden, you find this website, you find this expat who's been there, who's done it. They've got a couple of recommendations from people that maybe have helped out. It could be family or whatever. And you think, finally, somebody that understands me. But buyer beware. You really do have to, whoever it is that's dealing with you, make sure they have some sort of registration. It really is so important. So as I said, go on those websites. I've found there's been somebody that contacted us recently that wanted to do Lean on Me. And when I collected, it took me ages to get the documents, because the person who was helping them, basically they had no idea what documents that they needed to get. And then they asked me. And I'm thinking to myself, you're asking me what documents, but they're your clients. It's just not right. It's not right. Sometimes they may then get the backup of an agent, or they may get the backup of a geometer or whoever else, and they sort of fumble their way through it and all that kind of thing. But it's not right. It's just not right to do it. And this person, I ended up getting the documents myself, and the description that they gave of the house, and also the description that the YouTuber gave of the house was incorrect. And there was part of the house that, I've actually had two of these that happened, part of the house that they didn't think belonged to them, and it actually did. And another case where a part of the house they thought belonged to the house and it didn't. And it's so, it's not right. You need to check. You need to check who you're working with, and then just ask them. Just say, can you tell me about how you're registered? Where do I send the money through? Do I get, is there some sort of trace, or are they asking for cash when you come out? How is it working? You need to ask these questions. It's so important. And if they're not registered, I'm not saying, if you've already got a relationship and you think, oh, but this person's really helping me, I'm just saying, be careful. It's as simple as that. So really check that. If you're dealing with an estate agent, and I've already told you before, we are not estate agents. We're purposely not estate agents at the moment. Our son is going to, obviously he's in university at the moment, and he is working with us at the moment. He is going to be doing that because for his future, we decided not to. We were part of estate agents for a long time, founder members of a local estate agency. And I've told you this sort of many times, but we want the flexibility to be able to work with lots of different people, lots of different sort of properties, not lots of different people, because there's only so many that we'll work with. But we like having the flexibility of working with Domenico, working with Claudio, working occasionally with Ines, working like we're going to be with Sergio, and adding just another couple of people to make a great team. But we like to stand on our own, and this is our business, that's their business, and together we put it all together. And that's the same with geometers, with engineers that we work with, and also with suppliers and things like that we work with. But if you are working with an estate agent, they will have an EVA number, but they will also have an REA number. Simple to find on the website. They will be registered at the local Chamber of Commerce because they have to be, because they're legally they can do they can do the negotiating. They can. I'm trying to think of the word now. What they use, but they're legally registered to be estate agents. Now, all estate agents out here will put that information on because they all know there's lots of people that are not estate agents. So again, they will happily put all their details on the site. So if it's not there, check. It's as simple as that. Just make sure you check. Doesn't matter how good the website looks. It doesn't matter, you know, if they've got a good YouTube channel, if they've got, no matter what it is, just because somebody's got 40, 50, 60,000 followers on YouTube and they're showing you their life in Italy. And what tends to happen is it'll be a YouTube channel that's not just YouTube, but any other things. It can be on Facebook, where people are showing a progression of their life. And then all of a sudden that progression turns into, if you're looking for a property in Italy, so because they see it as a quick way to think, well, you know, I speak the language, this estate agent's useless, but he wants to work, I'll jump it. And I can understand that because that's sort of like what we did, even though the estate agents are not useless, but it's sort of like what we did, but right from the start, because we knew we were going to be based here, our family was going to grow here, and it wasn't just a thing, a 1 year thing, and then let's go. We did it properly, and that's the key thing to do. And I've written here in big letters, it is pointless getting off to a bad start. All the stories that you see on Facebook and sometimes on TV about this happened to me and that happened to me, it all stems from that kind of thing, from using the wrong people, trusting the wrong people, and people that then don't have to account for anything because they're not registered in any way. Ron saying, hi Dave, I'm in Sulmona, house is getting close to done, I've done it all myself, best contract ever, super cheap. Ron, that is fantastic. You guys, you and Pat, you're going to have to do a Meet the Home Buyers. I would love to show off your place. Ron found a place, it literally just come on for sale, and they were seeing properties, and Domenico showed them this particular apartment. It is amazing, their place. So Ron, send me a WhatsApp if you're up for a Meet the Home Buyers. I would love for people to get a look inside your place. He's got one of the best fireplaces that I've ever seen, so that would be fantastic. Lorraine, I find that my eyes are going. I find that Labradors tend to don't have told you, man. What are you laughing at? What's it say? Laborers. Why did I say Labradors? Oh God, I can't believe I said. I'm actually going red now. Can you see it? Shall I put these on? Shall I put the I think I need a Labrador myself. I find that laborers, not Labradors, tend to charge. I think it was that bit that tend to charge high prices. I thought, what on earth is that all about? I find that laborers tend to charge high prices because they think I have a lot of spare change. Would help to have a list of contractors that charge fair wages. I agree with you, right? And I think the thing is, we do know a number of people, and we're trying to build up a few more people in that. What I find is, and especially with and I'm going to say Brits are the same, and Americans seem to be exactly the same. They tend to try and help each other out, which is fantastic. And there's no better recommendation than somebody else that's already used a person, and that's where these forums are going to come in handy. So if you need something done, then hopefully you can jump on these forums and say, right, I'm thinking about buying a house in Ryan or wherever it is, or I've got a house in Ryan, I'm looking for somebody to do this. And because unfortunately, and it happens all over the world, unfortunately there are people around that want to profit, but usually, I've got to be honest with you, usually they're pretty good, the attempt, because although they obviously, some of them may try, they also know that expats talk to each other, and we've all got the common language of English. So, you know, whether it's English people, Canadian people, Australian people, whoever it is, and the vast majority of North European, from North European countries, they speak English. So it's bad when it happens. But obviously, Lorraine and anybody else that's watching this, if you've gone out on your own and you think, I would like this done, and you're just not sure about the price, rather than agreeing to something, just send it to us. You know, you guys have bought through us. You just send it on WhatsApp and just say, do you think this is a little bit pricey, just so I can have a look at it and say, well, actually, no, or actually, yes. And it's same with the work that we're having done here at home, which I'm going to put an update on the channel soon. When you sort of first look at prices and you're thinking, oh my God, should we do this? Shouldn't we do it? And all, then when you actually see the work that goes into it, because when in the UK we have houses that you could pretty much punch through, and I'm sure the same is in lots of other countries as well. Houses here are not like that. When you're working with walls that are 80 centimeters thick, when you're working on the side of mountains and you need to put piling in like what we're doing, it's a whole new, it's a whole new ball game. And it's sort of, again, even though I've been through all the restorations in this house and thought the same out of everything they've done, even plastering. In the UK, you can just skim a house. That's it. If you do that here, you skim it, there's going to be airline cracks all over it in no time at all. So even plastering, there's so much that goes into these jobs, and squaring off the windows when the 80 centimeter walls, you know, in the UK, it takes nothing just to drill a hole through the wall. It takes nothing. But feel free, whenever you get prices for something, if you think something's not right, then hold off and send it to us. The other things I wanted to talk about, a question for buyers beware. See if I can see this one. I noticed a lot of properties in Puglia have wells for water, and Puglia has many contaminated wells, but water sources are never mentioned in advertising properties. Okay, well, yeah, Puglia is a little bit different. The water sources in Abruzzo, the vast majority, and I don't think I've ever sold one maybe in 20 years that's not connected to mains water. And lots of people really find it sort of strange that the where some of us live in the countryside and some of us live where I live right up against the mountains, find it unbelievable that it's mains water. You don't really have that problem here, to be honest with you. And I don't mention it on videos. Maybe I should, because I just don't think about it, to be honest with you, because we came here from the UK. Obviously the UK, you have mains water just like most other places. Came over here was mains water, and everything's the same. So I suppose I don't really look at it as a reason to add it to the site, because I genuinely think there's only ever been one sale I've been involved in that doesn't have mains water. So I would pretty much say not everywhere has mains drains, but you'll be surprised how many do have mains drains as well. So the facilities are pretty good up this way. But in Puglia, when it's completely flat, I mean, vast amounts of Puglia are completely flat. So obviously the water comes from below. It doesn't come from the mountains like here and held in storages in the mountains. Everything comes, so it is a slightly different story in Puglia, unfortunately. Mike is saying we plan to rent first and then house shop in person. That's always a great idea as well, Mike. If you've got the time and the energy to do it, then that's absolutely fantastic, whatever suits you. Okay, so let's just quickly talk now about, yeah, I'm going to quickly, before we get on to, let's say you found a property, and I want to talk just briefly about some contracts. Looking at photos properly, I've written this as something, because so many people will send me sort of links to properties and say, you know, Dave, I found this, really love it, you know, my budget's this, I don't want to do much work, this looks like the place for me. And then they send me the link, and it's that rose-tinted glasses thing again. And I don't know if I've become a little bit harder in my old age, since I passed 50. But I see things on photographs now that maybe I didn't see before. You know, I used to overlook things and just think, oh, that looks amazing. Again, it's that thing of, I want to buy a house. I'm so desperate to get myself. I just want the Italian dream. I want to sit on this terrace. I'm sick of what's going on at home, whether it's politics or wherever it may be, stresses. You know, I just need to be there. Just need to be there. So as well as looking over the fact that somebody may not be registered and maybe shouldn't be helping you, then people will then look at photographs and think, well, that's nothing. That's not, because in their brains, or in your brains and in mine as it was before, you're thinking how it would be in the US or Canada or England or wherever in your own country, thinking, oh, well, I could do that. I did it myself. When we bought our house, I, I remember saying to Silvana when we got in here, and I really liked this property straight away. Silvana took a little bit more convincing. She liked another one, but then in the end, not that I won at all, but then she loved this one because of, I don't know what happened, but one day she just sort of changed her mind about it and the practical thing for the kids and buses that pass by and all the rest of it. But I remember saying, oh, I can do that. Oh yeah, there's that there. I can do that. I can plaster that a little bit. I can fill that. I'm good at filling. I can fill it and paint it and all that sort of stuff. And it's when we came back the second time, so I've just seen Jan's put that up again, Tony. Jan's got an amazing product. In fact, Jan, please do a meet the home buyers as well. Kevin and I are so thankful for our minute, 100% happy with our recent purchase. They continue to help us every step of the way. Fantastic couple, absolutely love them to bits. And what a house. What an amazing house. So Jan and Kevin, hopefully you'll do a meet the home buyers soon as well. What was I talking about, Tony? Can you remember? Remember what I was talking about? No, thanks. Oh yeah, thinking I could sort of fill over the cracks, paint, and so many people will say to me, you know, I don't want too much restorations. I can do painting and things like that. Painting is not a restoration. Painting is just that last bit. You know, painting is just rubbing the towel over, not the towel, the cloth over the car just to make it shiny that little bit. It's painting is nothing. Don't put restorations and painting in the same sentence. I know in the UK, and I know possibly in the US as well, and other countries. I keep mentioning the US, and I'm sorry, but it's obviously most people are from there. But people, you know, when people say, oh, I have a fantastic paint job done, and the house looks great now, and the house looks, it's not like that here. And when I came back a second time, I thought to myself, what was I thinking before we bought the house? We still love the house, but when the harsh reality kicks in, and you suddenly think, I can't do this. I need to get somebody in. And it is that rose tinted glass. And looking back at the photographs, now when I look at the old photographs, and I think that I remember seeing those photographs that I took and thinking that's nothing. And so many people send me links to now, and I'll say, fantastic property. You do realize, don't you, that you're going to need a central heating system in there, because I can't see any radiators anywhere. You know, people automatically think, oh, well, let's just put splits up there. That's no problem. What if you live in a historical centre that they won't allow you? There's all these things to consider. Hope to find our new primary residence this autumn on Patreon or on our visit in October. They need to find a band that needs a drummer. Dave, are you ready to dust off your guitar? David, let's do it. Let's do it. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, so it's so important that when you look at the photograph, just the basic, look through the view, look through everything, look in the corners. You know, cracks here are normal, dark patches here are normal, but just look, you know, look good. Sometimes these photo enhancers that they have now are fantastic. I mean, I could take some photographs and you know, change it a little bit. You just think, oh my God. And then when people get in the place, or if you go and see it for real, you just think it's nothing like it. And that's why I spend so much time doing the videos, because I like you to see every inch of it. Lorraine saying, Lorraine, if anyone knows of a licensed company that can insulate the inside of my huge cathedral ceiling roof of my place in Rayano, please let me know. Okay, I will speak to Lorraine. Contact, you know how to contact me anyway. Just contact me and it'll remind me, and we'll ask the geometer that's over there in Vitorito. And that is a fantastic ceiling that Lorraine's got as well. It must be 5-6 meters high. So look at the photographs properly. Just make sure, because so many times, again, I do put people off properties, and I don't mean to, but I do it because I just think that's not going to be right for you. You know, so as well as we spoke about this the other week as spellers, as well as talking about the area, you need to look at the areas, not just the local town, but the other towns that's in the area. Have a good look on Google. Google Earth is brilliant. Don't just look in the town, because in Palombarro there's not a massive amount of facilities, but you drive down the hill 10 minutes and that's where they all are. So it's sort of, that's what the kind of research that you need to be doing. Then when it comes to contracts, we get so many people that contact us and they say, and they always say, Dave, I know you tell us not to, but, and you just think to yourself, what have you done? What What have you done that you shouldn't have done? And they start to tell you a story, and then they say, you know, this has happened and this has happened, and you're thinking, okay, well, that's fine, it's no problem, we can work through this, we can, okay, you can't do this, you can't come back because you didn't realize you had to come back to sign, or you didn't realize you need a translator, or they didn't speak. Okay, we can help you with that, they can help you with that, but, and then the but comes, but they've already signed the contract and they've got this much time to do it in, and they've already paid 10, 15, 20 grand. Sometimes people have sent ridiculous sums of deposits on, and you just think you've done it again. You've gone through the thing of I need to be there. You've got to that stage, and then you've even signed and put yourself in a position where you're now on a ticking clock, if you like. Seb is saying, what's he saying? We revealed a stone wall and found an embedded fossil older than death. Thanks, Seb. That's really kind of you. Seb's got a great place in Palambara. I did ask them to be meet the home buyers, but he's shy. Seb, that is shocking. You can come on here and you can write it, can't you? But you just can't come and talk to us. Mike saying, what is the health service like in Italy? We're going to do a thing on health soon. Fantastic. It's been fantastic. We've used it a lot with our kids. But once you've got then the situation where and lots of people are sort of frantic to sign the contract because the agent, I mentioned this last week as well, used the same thing as somebody else is interested. The old car salesman trick. Just say what you should do, what your answer to them should be. Well, okay, if somebody else is interested, I don't want to get in price battles. I'll just leave it alone then. And then wait for that. Well, it's the old-fashioned car salesman trick, and they still use it here. I love it when they use it. I've been a salesman all my life. I love it when they give me that kind of thing because it's just laughable. Nobody I dare say the property is brilliant, but you haven't got somebody else that's ready to push the button, because if you had, you wouldn't have shown me the property, or you wouldn't be talking to me. What you would be doing is saying, I'm sorry, I've sold that one, but look at this one, and sold two rather than getting two people interested in one. It's rubbish. It's absolute rubbish. That should be the first response. If somebody else is interested, well, I'll leave it then, and then see what happens. At the end of the day, if they call you bluff, it's not going to happen. If they don't contact you, then I would say maybe then that's the truth. But believe me, they'll contact you. But people feel so stressed, maybe because they've seen, I'm going to blow our trumpet a little bit, but they've seen how quick that things go on our channel. But I believe that's because of the way we do it, not just the way we present it, but the team we've got and everything else, and the fantastic people that come on these shows to say we've done it with them and it's worked and all the rest of it. That's the effort that we put in to create this thing where people are confident to use us. So then people think, well, that's what happens here. It's happening all the time, but it doesn't. And especially from people that are not very proactive, the ones that don't always send emails back, the ones that, I don't know, they will have lots of clients, I'm sure, but I don't believe that anybody's is pushing it that much where they say, look, you've got to buy it. If you don't buy it, you're going to lose your dream. It's just don't fall for it. Don't fall for it at all. If it gets to the point of signing contracts, and you're saying, look, yeah, I'm prepared to sign a contract. I had a client the other day said that the agent said, we'll get the documents for the house after we've signed the contract. My response to that was quite simple. I've actually had two people like that, but the first person, my response was, surely you know yourself what you're going to do. Surely. I'm not saying that all our clients see all the documents before they start signing, because sometimes people don't ask. Sometimes it just doesn't happen like that. They're happy with the video, they're happy with everything else. But if you don't know this person, you've no idea who you're dealing with, and they're just saying things like, and they're actually saying it to you, you will get this. If somebody said to me, can you send me the documents for the house? Of course I will. No problem at all. Vast majority of people trust us that we're doing the right thing. But it is so important, if somebody comes out with a statement like that, just to say, well, hang on a minute, I'm not signing anything until I see. It's just a normal thing. But again, everybody's just dead set on, we don't want to lose our dream property. Forget that. If it's not available, if somebody else is interested, they'll probably get it, and that's not the place for you. Find another one. Be harder with yourselves, because it does happen a lot. The other kind of contracts that people can do, and these are normal contracts. I'm just going to answer this question, David. When a seller tries that I have other interested buyers, I turn the table on them. I have offers on my and that's exactly how to do it. And I'm presuming that is the same Davide that is buying a property in Piedimonte, and hopefully he read my messages, and we were due to sign for it, and that's going to be happening really soon. A great little place. But that's the kind of response that you need to be giving to people. The other thing that you also need to look out for are the kind of contracts where you want to view a property and people won't take you to see it unless you sign a contract. There's a couple of people and I forgot all about these types of contracts, and somebody contacted me a few days ago and said, we're in Abruzzo now, we're viewing some properties with some agents, but one particular agent has said they won't take me to see anything until I've gone into the office to sign a contract to say that they will basically that you will pay them if you decide to buy the property. It is quite normal here, that. And that's because a lot of times people will go to an estate agent, they'll do everything with the estate agent, and then they'll try and get to the owner and bypass the estate agent. And estate agents won't allow that. And quite rightly so, it's their business as well. So a lot of them don't, but you will find a traditional estate agents that are based and have a traditional estate agency with staff and everything else. You will usually find that you'll go into their office first, or when they come out, they will drive so far, then they will get you to sign. And what you're signing to say is that they're basically saying, we've shown you this property at this address with all this cadastral information, so the plot numbers and all that kind of stuff. We've shown you the property. The property price is this much. Obviously, if you want to negotiate, you can. If you decide to buy that property, then you agree to pay the estate agency tot percent equivalent to X amount of euros, and that's it. And then you sign that away. And what that means then is if you do try and bypass the agent, obviously they've got a piece of paper and they will be straight on you with a court letter to say, pay us, otherwise, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. But it is a normal thing. But again, people are quite sort of scared of that. And the first time it happened to me, I refused point blank. I said, well, I'll just not bother seeing it then. But that was my ignorance rather than them being funny. But it is a normal thing for that to happen. So if they don't ask, it doesn't mean that they're not registered agents, because lots of agents don't ask as well. But if they do ask, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked by that. And it's not a binding contract where you're saying you're going to buy it. You're just basically saying, if I do, I'm going to make sure I recognize. I'm going to recognize your payment, if you like. Let me just go down to the net. I'm just actually looking. Domenico was due to join at any time. He's useless. I shouldn't say that. So yeah, so look out for the types of contracts. The other thing that I wanted to put into your mind as well is, how are you going to sign? How are you going to send your money over? You know that we work a lot with Currencies Direct. You need to put all these things in a row, because again, buyers beware. If you've not organized how you're going to change your money from pounds or whatever it is, dollars to euros, and all of a sudden then you're in a big panic thinking, how does this work now? Do they sign and then I send them the money? No, the money needs to be there before. The money is there before, so it needs to be, and not in dollars. You can't come and pay in dollars or pounds or whatever it is. It needs to be in euros. So the money gets sent over to here, sent into the notary's escrow account. Make sure it's in there well before, because the notary, when money arrives into their escrow, it's connected to the Agenzia delle Entrate, which is the main tax office here. They have to obviously they have to say exactly what this money is for, and they have to account for it. And it takes time to do that. You can't just send them the money, then the day after they'll have it ready for your signing. It has to be there at least a week before, so they can register it and do what needs to be done to be able to release it correctly. So just make sure that you know how you're going to get the money here. Do you need translators? Has anybody mentioned a translator to you? Or are you just going to be signing Italian documents? Because again, people do that. I've seen people, and then there's a problem later, and they've said, well, can I see the contract you signed? And then you say, well, it's there. It tells you there that this is this. There was a description of a property that said that it had a garage, and the owners, the buyers were quite happy that it was a garage. They said, oh yeah, we saw the garage. Now a garage unless you've seen the floor plans, this particular garage that they were describing was part of the house, and the garage that was outside wasn't registered. And these things you need to be aware of all these. But it's clear, it's written there for you on the contracts. But if it's all in Italian, then you need translators. Don't leave it while the last minute, because again, if you've put on there that you're going to sign by the 30th of September, and then they've said, do you speak Italian? Because the notary needs to, and you say, well, no, I didn't know I need to speak Italian. You need a translator there. So you need to make sure your money's there. You need your translators in place. This is why I'm saying, get to know who you're working with. It's not all about getting a commission. It's about preparing this person to be able to finish and get the property over the line and get it into their name. And that's what we enjoy doing, because it's not just about one person. We're sort of in the middle of all these other working things, whether it's the notary, the geometer, whether it's the estate agent, whoever it is, we're in the middle of it all. And the job is to get it over the line. Whereas an agent would say, well, you signed this, you said you're going to do it by then. You've not prepared anything. It's not my job to prepare anything, which, to be fair to them, it's not. It's not their job to get your codice fiscal. We do, but that's not their job to do that. So if you haven't got one, then you have problems. So buyers beware. Think, who am I working with? Are they going to do everything for me? Because it is so, so important. It's that time. And Domenico, I can see, has joined us. Domenico is actually in Sulmona tonight. He's walking the streets of Sulmona. I can see him on the little screen. Domenico, un minuto. I don't know what's going to happen here. It's that time again. It's back to Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. Are you ready again, Tony? So if you're just joining us, remember Tony giving his best Italian for a famous phrase from a film. And now Domenico is going to come on and he's going to do the same in English. Let's bring Domenico on, one of our agents over at the Sulmona side. Buonasera.
Hi guys.
Buonasera, Dom.
Ma dove stai?
A Sulmona.
Sulmona, dove in Sulmona? Al centro?
Villa Comunale. Aspetta,
Possiamo vedere? Non si vede niente.
The park.
Ma non puoi andare a Piazza Garibaldi?
A piedi è lontano.
So he's not even prepared to go to Piazza Garibaldi to show you the nice view. He said it's too far on foot. Va bene, sei pronto? Ma
Yes.
Silvia stai
I'm ready.
Silvia sta là con te?
Silvia sta qua, sta a ridere, lo sai.
Because nobody's ever seen, not many people have seen Domenico's wife, but gira un po', giusto per vedere Silvia.
Aspetta,
Silvia.
Sta dentro la macchina. No,
Silvia.
sta dentro la macchina.
Ah, sta in macchina. Va bene.
Devo accompagnare Mattia al compleanno, a un compleanno qui a Sulmona.
Okay. So he's taking his son to a birthday in Sulmona. That's nice, isn't it? Well, there you go. Ok,
yeah,
prima
nice.
Tony, poi tu. Io devo mandare il messaggio.
Vai, Tony.
Ok. Resiste e non so come, e vorrei tanto saperlo. Forse sei nato impegnato. Non riesco a essere abbastanza negativo. Non riesco a essere abbastanza arrabbiato. E non riesco a essere abbastanza positivo.
Corto, eh?
Yeah, un po'.
Eh?
Domenico's saying it's a short one then.
Yes.
Short.
Short. Ha ricevuto quello mio, ho mandato sul tuo telefono.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Subito? Yes.
Get ready for Domenico's perfect English, and let's see if you can guess. And let's see if you can guess the film. Vai.
Allora. You hold on hand, I don't know how, and I wish I did. Maybe you were born committed. I can't get negative a night. I can't get hungry a night. And I can't get positive a night.
Enough.
Com'è? Enough,
Enough.
enough,
Va bene.
enough.
Basta.
Okay, let's see if anybody gets this. I'm going to be.
Amazed.
Is anybody coming up? What I will say, I'm going to give somebody a little bit of a clue. It is
Le campane,
Huh?
le campane, le senti?
Oh, it says the bells are ringing. Oh, listen to the bells of Sulmona. Listen. Bello.
Basta!
Has anybody got it? Does anybody know the film? Nobody is saying anything. I think everybody's just gone. They're just bored. Everybody's gone. It's very relevant. Here we go.
Thank you.
The UF can go so many ways of pronunciation in English. Very true. That's the difficult thing about English. But come on, have I won this week? It's very relevant. I'm gonna give you one more clue. It's very relevant to an actor that unfortunately we lost this week. Come on.
Did we?
I have no idea. I'm just waiting for Troy just to say under the Tuscan sun. Nobody's got it. I think I'm going to give 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm the winner this week. Nobody got it. I'm going to say it now. I'll tell you how it says. You hold on, and I don't know how. And I wish I.
Redford.
Robert Redford, yeah, that I'm going to give you half. Maybe you were born committed. I can't get negative enough. I can't get angry enough, and I can't get positive enough. Nobody knows it. You make me want to be a better man. Are they talking about me, Tone, or is that just?
I don't know. But is that a film?
Oh, I have no idea. Somebody said, Robert, I have no idea what movie you're talking about. Perfect.
No.
I'll talk it. Sundance Kid. No. Everybody's wrong. Under the Abruzzo sun, that's come from Frosh Photo. No, but Tony rocks though. I've got it. No, nobody's got it. The film was The Way We Were.
Was it?
Robert Redford and
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, there you go. I win. Nessuno vinto io questa settimana.
L'hai visto tu questo film e basta.
Tu e Tony hai fatto veramente una cosa schifo questa sera. I said they were useless this evening.
Sorry.
Ok. Grazie Domenico. Ci sentiamo domani. Buona serata.
Yes.
Buona serata.
Bye bye. Ciao Tony.
Ciao, Danny.
Ciao. Brilliant. Live from the streets of Sulmona. What were you going to say, Tony? What are you moaning about?
No, I thought it was actually Chris Christopherson, not Robert Redford.
Well, somebody else has just said, forgot about that film, didn't know that Redford died. Oh, well, there you go. No, it was definitely him. I looked earlier.
I've got an album, the LP soundtrack from 1970.
The Way We Were.
And it's with Chris Christopherson and Barbara Streisand.
No, it's not. Barbara Streisand, Robert Redford, The Way We Were. 1973.
Yeah, a long time ago. I was still at school.
I wasn't even born. Thanks, Tony. I'm the winner tonight. Just remember that. That classes as 10 points. Okay, folks. So, yeah, just the main thing with tonight's, I can't believe nobody got it. That's terrible. That's really, really terrible. The main thing is, when I say buyer beware, it is a serious thing. Obviously, I really do lose my English words sometimes. The system, the way everything works here, buying a house, is fantastic. The notaries are fantastic. The way it all slots into place and it's very secure. Everything is perfect. And it is quite a simple system. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes you find out things at the last minute, which is normal as well, because some checks are done at the last minute. And sometimes things don't go over the line on that date, and they may take another week to do it or another month to do it. Or in some cases, even longer than that. They're actually quite rare when that happens. There's always problems with documents. There's always something that needs changing. It's all normal. The thing when I say buyer beware, it's more about who you're working with and more about just asking those questions and not just thinking, I want to get there. I want to get there and I just want to be there no matter what, because that is when things get dangerous. Can you persuade my missus to leave the UK? No problem. Old geezer gazing. Send get your missus to send to send me an email, and we'll see if we can do some convincing. Bring her on a tour. That's the best thing. Everybody should be buying Christmas presents this year, early Christmas presents. Get your partner to come on one of the tours. What a fantastic Christmas present. If you don't know what to buy, absolutely perfect. Okay, folks, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate everything, all the support as per usual. Absolutely fantastic. Next week, I'm glad I remembered. Next week, because the tour is on, we have the meet and greet on the Wednesday night. So next week, we're going to have a Meet the Home Buyers. We're going to have a Meet the Home Buyers next Tuesday. So make sure you log in next Tuesday at the same time, 7 p.m. But we're moving it to Tuesday because of the tour on Wednesday. Okay, it's time for me to head to the barbecue. And just one thing I want to leave you with, and it's this. Just remember this one thing. I can't believe I cut off there. Did you do that, Tom? Just there's something that I wanted to do, and it's just completely. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say. I think some of you might know what's coming now. Hold on a second. Here we go. There's one thing that you can take from tonight is this. There is no place. There is no place. What are you laughing at, Tony? There is no place like Benton. As long as you remember that. Brad, where is that photo from? That is Dave, I can't wait to get there. Where to Benton? Are you going there? I'll meet you there. Who is that to say? Harley Rider. We'll meet there. All of us will meet at that sign and have our photograph taken. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. Look out for the today's YouTube video, a great property in Predsa. And then on Saturday, we have a fantastic one in Palambaro that is literally just up the road from where I'm sat now. And that is absolutely amazing as well. If you want early access, remember to join Patreon. If not, then Saturday at 3 p.m. Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you all next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Have a fantastic week.